Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So I'm here. Um, yeah. So if I take breaks in between reading, that means I have dessert, I have cookies, and I have milk. So yeah. Yay. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, so you guys ready? Alright, so I'm going to open up Chasing Light, Chapter 3. Good old Saboteur logic. I love Saboteur's perspective on this. It's really funny. It's like reading from a teenage perspective. So let's begin. All right. Okay, you guys ready? Let's begin. You guys can give me tips on how you want me to read the story, if you want me to read it myself or add voices. All right. He needed their help. They wanted to give it to him. They wanted to save him, or at least Barry Allen did. Iris did. The others were more dented metal. Not quite as gold, but he had a sneaking feeling they didn't want him to see him die anymore either. He didn't want to admit why. He didn't want to admit he had been wrong in 2024 when he had decided to become a saboteur, but he couldn't feel it. He couldn't feel them recognizing him as Barry Allen, but only conditionally. A Barry Allen, not the Barry Allen. He was both of them. He was Barry when the paradox was clawing for him, but he was saboteur everywhere else. Their enemy, they would never be friends again. But they were too good to watch him disappear helplessly. After they had accepted their way out, it couldn't really be that way. That when they saw him when he had been dragged, when he had begged them to see at the beginning of his creation, their flash. No, they didn't see him, but they cared just enough, and he would have to take it sooner or later. But until then, the bitterness and the memories had him biting at them every chance he got, making Cisco lash out, making Jill uncomfortable, making Iris guilty. Funny how that last one worked. He loved the good dose of irony. Slow down, Barry. You can't eat the whole baked case in one sitting. Saboteur wins, leaning against the corner of the wall, images flickering through his mind, new memories. Wally, you want to top me off here, son? Look, I'm not kidding. Jitters makes the best muffins on the planet. Iris, take a bite of this. Oh, the West were having breakfast at Central City's favorite coffee supplier. Saboteur could taste the blueberry muffin now, licking his lips. He could see Iris smiling. Iris smile. Hear Joe's mug slide across the table as Wally held out a picture of Java. Saboteur's fingers went to his temple, massaging slowly. He had breakfast with them today, or Barry had. Good. It had been good. No metas, no murders. The one problem was that they picked the table too close to the window, and the morning sun had been in his eyes the whole time. had been practically all they needed. Muffins and his family. He remembered how full his heart had been, and he almost remembered a timeline where he hadn't done any of that. A timeline where Iris died. A timeline where he was alone. Where Barry was alone. You look like hell, Cisco greeted him as Savitar finally braved the cortex. He tried to ignore the smell this time. Ramon and Snow were at the main desk, surrounded by papers and 3 different monitors showing never-ending calculations. The glass demonstration board was completely covered in numbers, question marks, circles, and theories. Savitar didn't take the time to speed read it all. But he gathered that they had probably been up all night working on the ham on cuff. Kaelyn hadn't even changed out her rarely worn Star Labs sweatshirt. Really? Savitar raised his eyebrow, fatigued surprise. I guess getting new memories will do that to you, Francesco. My boy, I love this. Sorry guys, I had to interrupt myself, but it's good. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Add that to a list of things you're never allowed to call me. Cisco stared at him. Kaelyn cleared her throat loudly. Speaking of new memories, she interrupted, I think I found a way to fix that for you. Savitar spared her a glance. She didn't know it, but one of the biggest diversion, I can't pronounce that. Just from his timeline and hers was her own identity. Pardon that. I am live streaming. I can't get on the phone right now. I would text that person back, but not right now. Let's see. Shut up, phone. I'm busy. Okay. Kaelyn was her own identity. Kaelyn Snow should have been wounded when Abracadabra escaped the pipeline. She should have been Killer Frost. He still had the timeline in his memory. He still recalled what it was to have her as an ally. I am so sorry, guys. I will be right back. And look who arrived. What are you doing here?
By the way, computer's a little bit delayed.
Shashi. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to text a good friend of mine that I'm busy. Well, semi-friend. Okay. So who has do you guys Alright. Well, now I spent enough time babbling on. Should have been Killer Frost. He still had that timeline in his memory. He still recalled what it was to have her as an ally in his ascension. But somehow that hadn't happened. That hadn't happened. She hadn't undergone surgery, hadn't flatlined, hadn't embraced her darkest side. She was Dr. Snow, Barry's rock. She didn't know him at all. Not this version of him. The people hadn't shunned him. The two people. Oh, excuse me. I've been reading that wrong. Two people hadn't shunned him as a time remnant in 2024. The first was Iris because she was dead, of course. The second was Kaelyn because she was locked away as Killer Frost in the future. She didn't get any more chance than Iris did to reject him because she was dead, of course. Wait, no, that was weird. Hold on, I went back up a line. But he remembered her trust as she became his partner in crime. Killer Frost, young gods. Wait, no. Killer Frost and Savitar, young gods. Looking at her now, he didn't know what to make of her. Still the basket case brute. Still unable to look him full in the jacked up face. He had held no bitterness towards her because he didn't have true memories of her casting him aside in 2024 the way he did of the others. Really, any snide remarks he made towards her were probably because he got off on seeing any of the disgruntled by him. She was part of Team Flash, and Team Flash had been his enemies for so long. It was just a routine to discomfort her. He was doing the same calculations of her. He was doing the same calculation of his own, watching her. He knew what she was to Barry, what she probably still was deep within her, and that lonely part of Barry had mentioned when he had offered their help. But they wouldn't accept him as their green-eyed hero. She proven she was no different yesterday for counting a compliment he had been waiting for her to make. So he would withhold judgment for now. She was Kaelyn Snow, someone to test and shake, for kicks and giggles. But nothing deeper. He didn't know her anymore, not as a friend, more like an expert on a peculiar kind of animal. Barry's memories allowed Savitar to understand Kaelyn as the original Flash did, clearing the path for the former god of speed to push her buttons just the right way. That's a relief, Savitar told her throatily. I'm getting this massive headache. Probably got something to do with the joke Joe tried to tell at Jitters. He closed his eyes for a second, trying to mentally shake the images still pouring in. He opened them to peer at her. Anything you could remember, Dr. Snow? Kaelyn's weary expression grew warier. Up all night, and he was still patronizing her. Her eyebrows, when he mentioned Jitters, drew together. She was sympathizing. Oh, he didn't need that. Not from any of them. Or maybe I better ask Cisco. I mean, cures aren't really your specialty, are they? Savitar held out a palm exactly as if he were apologizing for his slip-up. Okay, just ask Jay. Kaelyn stiffened. So, as I said, if you guys don't watch The Flash, Jay is a character who, let's just say, is a murderer. And she tried to cure him, and it failed. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. Let's get back to this. Kayla stood up. Oh, you remember stuff that happened to us. To all of us before now, he pointed his finger at the floor. At now, painting a befuddled look on his face as if this were news to him. Man, I had no idea. Please drop some more names. Oh, Cisco, you are so funny. Okay. He shuddered, shouldered past Savitar, heading for his work table. he was retrieving the cup. Scepter licked his lips again, turning his attention back to Kaelyn. He didn't want answers. Fun was fun, and making them surely was different. Definitely hoping his own mood. But now it was time to get serious. So what is it? Kaelyn reached for a few papers, stacking them against the desk to straighten them. I I got thinking. It must be disabilitating to keep reliving whatever is happening to Barry at any given moment. So instead, a cerebellum inhibitor. So I installed a cerebellum inhibitor of my own in the handcuff. Next to Cisco's frequency equalizer. So as long as you're wearing it, you shouldn't be getting any of Barry's new memories. Scepter's eyes followed Cisco now as he brought the handcuff to his desk for a final once-over. Kaelyn was still watching him excuse me. He couldn't tell if her printerals, she couldn't keep watching. He wasn't going to break into a dorky grin, wasn't going to give them a heartfelt thank you guys. He knew it was what they wanted to hear, but they didn't expect it because, of course, to them he was Saboteur. Barry Allen would thank them later for their help. They didn't need more than him. Even if the tiniest still heaving part of him wanted them to look for it in him. Ah, what on earth? Excuse me. So I'm gonna close this, and I'm going to. All right, guys. So I know I did a lot of stumbles, but today I think I will just end here tonight. See you guys later. I know it's super boring, but yeah. All right. So subscribe here. Oh, share here. Subscribe down here. Comment here. And yeah, like up in the corner. Thank you.